What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. So I'm gonna just come out and say it, man. Some of y'all gonna get mad at me. Some of y'all gonna feel a way about it. I don't care. Y'all know I'm gonna say how I feel. I believe that a lot of the hate that Caitlin Clark is getting is now it's out of hand. It's out of pocket and it's extremely unwarranted, right? Um, some of y'all are still holding on to the back and forth with her and Angel Reese. Some of y'all are still holding on to the hate that Angel Reese received in college, right? And I made a video explaining that the hate that she received was out of pocket. Um, it was weird. It was unnecessary. And you can check my channel and see that I feel like, it was ridiculous. And I feel like the hate that Caitlin Clark is getting is ridiculous now as well. Um, some of y'all like this is the thing too. I'm seeing that people saying, and I in particular, I saw this one person say, Caitlin Clark's really like her fanfare in the media is due to white privilege and pretty girl privilege. Now I didn't check and see if this quote was really directly associated with this person that I'm talking about, so I'm not gonna say who it was associated to or attached to or whatever, who they said it came from. But I saw allegedly that this person said that the hate was due to white privilege and pretty girl privilege. First of all, let's get to the pretty girl privilege part first. I'm not trying to be denigrating to the young lady at all. But the RG3s of the world, you know RG3 love him a white woman. Love him a white woman up and down. The RG3s of the world ain't chasing her dough down. All right. So let me just say that first. I don't think it's due to pretty girl privilege. I'm not calling the girl ugly or nothing, but like Caitlin Clark is not fine. So let's get that out the way. First, second of all, white privilege, no. Is white privilege a real thing? Yes, it is. And I obviously know that, being a black man in this world and seeing white privilege play out before my own eyes in a lot of different ways, even just white folks young white men giving the benefit of the doubt walking down the street, and me being police stopping me when I'm walking down the street because I got on a starter jacket and some Timberland boots and I'm in graduate school. They checking the whole facility, make sure I live there. Lady calling for backup on me. I ain't did nothing, never been in trouble of any kind. She calling for backup and everything, right? And the young white man at Arkansas State University didn't have to deal with that at all. Making up stories about we got a suspicious report of a shorter black man breaking in doors. Young white students ain't have to deal with none of that, right? So that is a form of white privilege. They can just, the young white men on campus can walk around and live and walk around freely. I'm getting suspicious eyes, right? Even if I got a suit on, people wondering, do you live back here? Do you really live in these apartments? But when I got that dang on Chicago White Sox starter jacket and a Chicago White Sox fitted cap and black Timberland boots, I definitely don't belong back there. Anyway, let's get back to the point. White privilege is a real thing, but it does not apply to this situation. Why is that? There have been a plethora of young white stars in collegiate basketball, especially coming from the women's game. They have not received close to the fanfare or national media attention that Caitlin Clark received, right? We've seen Breanna Stewart ball out at UConn. We've seen Paige Beckers, all these other girls, white stars, be dynamic in college and never get anything close to the media attention that Caitlin Clark is getting. So it's not due to white privilege. What it's due to is that she has a fan-friendly style that is really alluring, and people are enamored with this style. When she was in college, she had a game similar to Steph Curry's, pulling up from 30, going behind the back, off the dribble, pulling up and shooting from deep, right? Now be careful, listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying the girl is as good as Steph Curry. I'm not saying she's as good as Steph Curry. I'm not saying she's Steph Curry's equal. What I'm saying is her playing style was very similar, right? Now, she couldn't do everything that Steph could do. But the mere fact that we saw a girl pulling up from 30, as soon as she come across half court, it was like she had a machine gun on her hand. That's exciting. That's exhilarating. Look at the style of a lot of young kids today. A lot of young kids today want to mimic the style that Steph Curry has. They all do. Watch AAU basketball, high school basketball, college hoops. Even the pros now, the young kids want to just pull up from deep. They all do. Look at how popular the Golden State Warriors team was from 2015 to 2022. Hell, look at how popular Steph Curry still is today. Still high, humongously, like he might be the top seller in jerseys right now. This past season, he might have been, or at least top two. Like he had to have been like top two because of his playing style. To see a woman playing like that, people are in awe of that. Let's be for real, man. The women's game, we never thought we could see. Like it wasn't always exciting, right? Some men said they wasn't gonna never watch women's game until they start playing with a certain style that the men do. I've heard men say the girls even shoot the layups all funny looking. It don't even look like a pro's layup. I've heard men say, listen, until they start windmilling, dunking, until they start, showing the same type of ball handling ability, the same type of shooting prowess, they weren't going to be interested. Now you have a young lady who had that shooting prowess in college. She's struggling, and we ain't even, we like 5 games in. We're not even 5 games into the season. She's struggling right now, right? I believe she's going to get it under control, but you got people really rooting against her. Like rooting against her like she is public enemy number one. Like, goddamn, you would have think her grandfather was the Grand Wizard of the KKK. The way some people really hating her. Like, I'm like, damn, bro. Like, I understand, like, a lot of folks did, and black folks in particular, didn't like how a lot of people associated Caitlin Clark as the good girl and Angel Reese as the bad girl, and how Angel was villainized, right? I understand that. I didn't like that either. But y'all, Angel Reese is past that. They're in the pros now. Let's move forward. That ain't like that's not a reason to hate Caitlin Clark, though. You know what I mean? It's not. Angel Reese don't hate Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark don't hate Angel Reese. Let's move forward from that. People make it seem like she was only like the fanfare that she was getting was unwarranted. Y'all do know the girl, the all-time leading scorer in NCAA women's basketball history. I don't care if it took her 5 years. She's that. She is the leading scorer, all-time leading scorer in NCAA history. You have to be scoring at a certain clip to do that. You have to be very good at the collegiate level to do that. You have to be great. All-time great to do that. And she was. She wasn't no scrub, averaging 9 a game, 11, 12 a game. No. The girl was over there averaging nearly 30. Filling it up, going crazy. And y'all, when you ball like that, you're going to get national media attention, especially when you're playing with a style that is extremely popular, that got fans running to the game and trying, like other kids trying to mimic that Steph Curry style. And she was playing with it, man. That style is going to put all eyes on her, especially for a girl like shooting from deep like that. It's just like, whoa. That shit is, when men do it, they marvel. So, when a woman does it, it's going to be groundbreaking, right? And for all these years, I kept hearing people say, yo, we wish that women's basketball could get more attention. We wish they could get more notoriety. We wish they could get more fanfare. We wish they could sell out games. We wish people were as interested in the women's playoff games as much as they are in the men's. We wish that the women got support the way the men do. And now you're seeing it change, and you're choosing to hate on the girl that's helping to bring the change around. You're choosing to throw salt away. You choosing to just like trash her. And it ain't just black folks hating on it. It ain't just black players. It's white players and all of that. And I'm like, God damn, bro. Do y'all want a national attention on the game or not? Do you want people to be like tuning in? Do you want sold out games? Do you want people to come and be invested in women's basketball? Do you want more TV games? Do you want women to be paid more? Because the media attention that Caitlin Clark is bringing is going to help bring more revenue to the game. It's going to help bring more, it's going to help put more butts in the seats. And it's going to help them get paid more ultimately. It's going to put them on TV more, get more TV deals. That creates money for them, right? For years, I don't think in 1 year the WNBA ain't made profit at all. The NBA they fund the WNBA to keep them afloat. Don't y'all at least want the WNBA to get to a point where they're making a profit? And if this young lady is helping to do so, right, with a rivalry on the court with Angel Reese and other players and other teams all throughout the WNBA, hey, let it be that, man. Why y'all like the moment she come in, you ready to trash her? The girl that's helping, one of the girls helping to put more eyes on the game, man. Come on, man. She wasn't a scrub and she was just getting attention. She's struggling now, but she gonna be fine. But a lot of y'all like are really like, I don't know. You find like it's first of all, sometimes it's just popular to hate the person with a lot of attention in the media. I remember when LeBron came in, there was a lot of people. The people that try to act differently and act like it wasn't now. When LeBron came in, his own teammates was hating. Ricky Davis, goddamn Darius Miles. We got better players on him than on our team right now. Ain't no high school kid gonna come in and lead no team to no promised land. He can jump on our bandwagon. You know, Carlos Booz and them, a lot of them was throwing salt and hating. I remember LeBron went for 40. It was on like 3 people on the bench clapping and happy for him, right? It was people in the league that felt disdain towards him because, oh, you're the new golden boy. Oh, LeBron went out there, but it was warranted. He was a dog. He was the best high school prospect the world had ever seen for real. And it comes with media attention. Caitlin Clark was the best college was the most, excuse me. Caitlin Clark was the most exciting player around at the time. She all-time women's leading scorer. You're going to get pressed because of that, y'all. That just is not rocket science. It's perfect sense. And they're going to market her because she has a great style that people are in love with watching. The girl played in the game in Iowa. It was more sold out than the Boston Celtics and Miami Heat game. These are 2 historic franchises playing. More people were tuned in to watch Caitlin Clark play than the goddamn Miami Heat versus Boston Celtics game. What is that telling you? A college game, a women's college game had more viewership than the goddamn men's game. Caitlin Clark and them playing a national championship game against, what's the name, South Carolina now? The viewership was killing the men's college national championship game. And a part of it is because of her. And it was warranted, y'all. She was hooping, whether you like her or not, man. So a lot of y'all got to separate the hate that a lot of it was some racist folks throwing salt on Angel Reese and denigrating her and using dog whistles, etc. But that ain't associated. That's not coming from Caitlin, though. And y'all got to remember that. It's not coming from her. Okay? Yeah, girls are taunting each other, but that's sports, y'all. People going to talk crazy. They're going to talk mess. But no, man. This ain't a situation, again, where it's white privilege, because it's been other white stars that were big-time stars in college basketball, and they didn't get this attention. Nobody has. She's getting it because of her playing style, y'all. Plain and simple. We're in a different age. The game has evolved, and people like that style where you can pull up from deep. As soon as you cross half court, you're a threat. You're a danger to hit a shot. People love watching that, man. And it showed because so many people, when she was playing, people was tuning in. People were tweeting, putting Facebook statuses up, on Instagram, posting and watching the game, doing Instagram commentary. Like, come on, y'all. Let's be for real. And again, some of y'all, the hate is unwarranted, man. Let her play her game, man. Let her do her thing, man. Like, this shit that y'all mad about is not directly associated with her, man. The media is going to cover who moves the dial. That's the media's job. Whoever moves the needle, they're going to cover, right? And I saw a lot of y'all like they wouldn't even cover a South Carolina team. Yeah, they cover South Carolina team, but an individual player is going to be always out. An individual player that's dynamic is always going to beat out a great overall team. When one, like LeBron James is always going to be more talked about than the Detroit Pistons 04 team. That team was evenly distributed, great talent all across the board. They didn't have a superstar at the time because Chauncey Billups was not a superstar. Very good player, great player, wasn't a superstar, right? First team to ever win without a superstar. They were all across the board. Rasheed Wallace, 14 here, 16 from Rip Hamilton, 12, 13 points from Tayshaun Prince. You know what I mean? Ben Wallace giving you 10, 11 points. They were all like it was perfectly distributed across the board. That's how South Carolina's team was, right? But for the well-oiled machine that the Detroit Pistons were, they wasn't gonna get more coverage than LeBron James. LeBron had a dynamic style. He's super athletic, super springy, quick as a gazelle, a human highlight reel. That's what Caitlin Clark was on the collegiate level, a human highlight reel. So they're going to cover the human highlight reel because, hey, one player is getting a lot of buckets. South Carolina, they had it was distributed across the board. You got one person that you feel like is just the straw that stirs the drink. That's always going to sell better. One person, one superstar sells better than an evenly distributed, great overall team. It always has, you know? But a lot of y'all got to let a lot of that other stuff go. And you just be happy, man, that the women they're getting talked about. People are going to go. People are going to the games. They're going to go. They're getting a lot of coverage. And that's all a lot of people wanted for the WNBA. Like I said, they weren't even making a profit ever. They never made a profit. Hopefully, one point they can make a profit soon. Girls can get them TV deals. They can get some more money, man. So, but y'all got to let a lot of that other stuff and that hate and all of that, because it ain't warranted to that girl. That girl ain't out here. She ain't dog whistling about other black players. You know, she ain't out here acting a fool and talking crazy to other black players. Like, you know, the whole situation in South Carolina, when she pointed at the girl, she let the girl wave the girl off and let her shoot. That's just sports, man. That's sports, man. People talk shit all the time in sports, man. That's how it goes. Same way with Angel Reese. Angel Reese doing that. That shit talking, taunting. That's a part of sports. That's all it is, man. That's just always how it been. Since the playground days, man. I'm from Chicago. Shit talking happens all the time. You know, long as folks ain't calling people out their name, calling them the B word and all that, all right, cool. We just gonna talk shit back, whatever. But yeah, I just think the hate towards her is unwarranted, man. And you know, white privilege is real. Definitely is, but it doesn't apply to this situation. The girl just got a fan-friendly style, man. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out. Peace.